Whoa, this generation gap. It has existed for decades after decades after decades. It existed during my time when I was a young boy. I never could understand my parents. I could never understand the older generation. I always had my reservations about whatever they said, they did, and whatever have you. And I saw that repetition happening just a couple of days back amongst a group of young people who kept going absolutely ballistic on the things that they disagreed with the older generation. So I thought, why don't I now create a vlog on this Generation Gap Saga and the actual myths from the perspective of people like me who've walked into their 60s. Here we are. So let's, all of us who have crossed the 60s, let's all of us get together and let's bust this myth about us being rigid, difficult, zero tolerance, don't seem to be getting along, understanding the younger generation. Let's blow this myth apart and let them know what we really are all about. Okay, so let's put ourselves online with point one on relationships. We have lived a life long, amazing, ups and downs, everything involved, traversed it into our 7th decade, and let me tell you, today, we expect relationships to be simple, straight, and to the point. Quite honestly, there is no more time for us to nurture relationships, to want to rebuild relationships. Look, it's either there or it's not there. Period. You don't expect us to now handhold, rebuild, make you feel that we are there, make you feel that we were always there. No way. Either relationships in our lives today exist or they don't. It really doesn't matter anymore. 2, on integrity. Let me tell you, we've come a long way. We can't make real friends with fake people. You know why? Because we can see through people so easily. And that's because of this wonderful experience of life that we have journeyed through for such a long period of time. We have met millions of people, literally speaking, millions of people all along the way. And it takes us a split second to know who really is a fake and who's really genuine. So we don't go experimenting, trying to be friends, trying to explore the other person. Hell, it's not required. A split second tells us whether you're a fake or you're really genuine. And if you're genuine, you are most welcome into our world. And if you're a fake, hell with you. Point number 3 on tolerance. Here you are absolutely blooming right. We have 0 level tolerance. And do you know why that is? That's because we've lived 7 decades on planet Earth and we have experienced almost everything imaginable. From the highs to the lows. In fact, more lows than highs. That's what life is all about. And lows that could have been so destructive if we weren't made of stronger metal. So we've survived all that. We've survived different types of pressures, and tensions and stresses. And we're still alive. And we're still kicking. And we have come to a point where we will not tolerate anything anymore that actually upsets our equilibrium of happiness. Because that's what we deserve to experience all the time today. Point number 4 on loyalties. This is one of my most favorite ones. Do you know that we have arrived in life understanding the difference between what commitments are and what loyalties are? Commitments are what? Signed documents. That's it. You can always tear it up as and when it pleases you. But what are loyalties? Loyalties are absolutely inexchangeable. Like loyalties towards your mom, dad, brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, your children. These are absolutely non-replaceable. There's no way you can replace them. These are relationships that demand loyalty for a lifetime. Then loyalty towards the kind of person you are, your integrity, your levels of honesty, your levels of commitment to your life, the way you live, the way you exist, levels of your authenticity. These are features, these are characteristics which require loyalty, not commitment. Because again, like I said, commitment is on a sheet of paper, can be chucked away tomorrow. Loyalties are for a lifetime, once again. And then again, loyalties towards the profession you've chosen, doing the very best within its portals. Do you know that if you have these 3 loyalties in place, you will become one of the most amazing and arrived human beings on planet Earth? Someone that will be trusted, someone who will be accepted at the drop of a hat, someone who will always be an asset in somebody else's life. This, my friend, you will get to learn when you move, by the time you move into your 6th decade, like all of us are. Point number 5, and this is the one that you have the maximum amount of complaints. You people in the younger generation, we don't seem to be adequately advising you. So this point is on advice. Let me tell you something. We don't advise. If you don't know how to live your life the way it was meant to be, you have a problem, not we. We don't advise, we don't tell you what to do, but what we actually would prefer to do always is to show you how to handle your failures exclusively. Because let me tell you, over the years, over these decades, we have failed far more and far often and far intensely than you have as of yet. Now, one of the most beautiful things about failures is that when you fail and you reach all the way, in fact, you drop all the way down to the bottom of the pit, that is when you actually experience that amazing power of strength that you have within you. We all have it. We all have it. But very few of us really experience it till we are absolutely at the bottom of the pit, down and out. It is on the strength of that power that you will then start and be able to rise out of that pit. That is what we have done more often than you can ever imagine. And that is what we can advise you to do. Because if you know how to come out of your failures, you will always be a success. You will always be a success if you know how to come out of your failures. So if you want advice in life, don't come to us on anything else but how to get out of the pit that you're in. Finally, point number 6 on love and bonding. And of course, you're not going to listen. You won't believe it. You will always take it as a fact that we are incapable of loving and bonding with all you young people. Because you have this numerous myths in your head about this Generation Gap Saga that you guys keep living. Well, let me tell you, our hearts are full of love and our minds are full with desires to constantly bond with all of you. But not in a manner that you would want us to. And that's where your understanding of our love and bonding gets skewed all the time. If you were ever hungry and you came up to us and said, I'm hungry, what do? You know what we will do? We will not make you sit down on our dining table and cook a meal for you. We will take you to the river. We will teach you how to catch fish. And we will bring you back home and teach you how to cook it, so that for a lifetime you will never ever be hungry again. The truth is, we don't want to turn you guys to headless chickens. We want to love you and we want to bond with you by making you stronger, tougher, and to be able to stand on your feet and face the world just the way we've done it over the last 6-7 decades. So I hope your myth about this stupid Generation Gap Saga is now viewed with a different light, in a different light, and with more understanding. Because let me tell you guys, all of you can count on us whenever you want to. Because we are a generation that has arrived. We are a generation that has enormous amount of experience and therefore enormous amount of knowledge and wisdom. And all this is housed up just for you. This is Anand Nair signing off for now. I hope you enjoyed this vlog and I hope you think about it for as long as you can and reach out to us whenever your back is against the wall, because we're always there for you. You take care. See you soon.